covering all about all the ins and outs, all the trials and tribulations of my bathroom renovation. So I had promised you guys this video a while back when I did my kitchen renovation video. So if you want to see that video, I'll put it in the description or link it in the cards. But this video is gonna be all about my bathroom reno, and I just want to say big up to Candy who paged me and let me know say I'll know when I get the bathroom renovation video. So here it is. So let's get into it. So my bathroom was one of those projects that I was super excited about because it was a new build, meaning I was building it from scratch. It wasn't an old bathroom that I was renovating. So I had my full-on vision board mental picture of what it was supposed to look like, and I was just so excited about it. And because I had a whole vision, like I had a whole list of must-haves or things that just had to be in there, and that's a great place to start when you're doing renovations, having just like a list of things that you know you want, so you can make sure that you want, tell the contractor what you want, and to actually get what you want, and not at the end that you go, oh shoot, needed this. So let me run you guys through my must-haves. So my must-haves, I wanted a shower, not a bathtub. It needed to have a bench and a built-in cabinet. I wanted somewhere to do my makeup. I needed somewhere for storage for my makeup, and also all of the different things that people keep in bathrooms. I wanted a specific tile, and I had to have black fixtures and the glass door. So that was my list of must-haves. So like I said, I was building my bathroom from scratch. So what I was actually doing was taking 2 bedrooms and converting it into a bedroom and ensuite bathroom. So the wall that separated the 2 rooms was actually drywall, which was great because saved us a lot of money, because all you had to do was take down that wall. So we're taking down the wall now, but because it was 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms, it had 2 full-size windows. And we know, like, unless you got a bathroom with a whole view, bathroom windows are normally small for privacy, just so you, like, you know, a standard, I don't even know what size the window is. So we had to use blocks to basically build back up the opening from that window to make it into a standard size bathroom window. So now we took down the drywall that separates the 2 rooms, and it's just one big giant room. So I met with the contractor to confirm what size the bathroom would be, so we could erect the new wall so it would just be a bedroom and an ensuite. So we decide on the size, and the wall goes up. For this, so for my renovation, I used a bunch of different people for different things. So the person that did the wall, that erected the wall and closed out the window, was somebody different from who actually did the bathrooms and the plumbing, was somebody different for who did the cabinets and all of that. I even had a different company do the lighting and electrical work for the house. So because there were so many different people, I had to make sure everybody understood the vision, so that when it's done, I get what me want, because I don't know my head already. So with that said, the person that put up the wall, we decided on the size of the bathroom. The wall was up, so I had to meet with the plumber to determine what the layout of the bathroom was, and tell him, of course, all of my must-haves. So remember, I was saying that I needed a bench in the shower. I needed a shower, I needed a bench. I needed somewhere to do my makeup, and I needed storage. So I wanted one of those cabinets where you could do the storage and the sink was on top of it, and then beside it was somewhere to do my makeup. I could put a little bench, and it would just be like my little makeup area where I sit and do my makeup, because y'all know a girl be looking cute all the time. So that was something that I needed to have. So of course, I needed to have the plumber and the carpenter meet so that they could determine the sizes for the cabinets and for the makeup stand, so everything could fit and work well. So So they come, I set up the meeting, they come and they meet together, they measure out the place, they map out the thing, and they decide on the sizing. And they come back to me and they say, Chantal, we have it good. We understand. Everything is great. So now we have the plan. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing, and it's time to put the plan into action, right? So now we are building the bathroom. We are doing everything that needs to get done. So, of course, as I said, it was a new build, so we had to run new pipes for this bathroom because it did not exist already. So we had to find an existing water line to connect this bathroom with. We had to create a whole new pit for the water from the toilet and the shower to run to. All of that jazz, all of those things had to be finalized. And then they digged up all the tile that was in the room and then laid the pipes under it and everything. Yeah? So we did the groundwork. Things are coming together. I do a site visit and I see that my bench is there. I see that there's a little hole in the cubby for my cubby. You know, it's coming together. It's taking life. I'm like, wow, this is going great. While all of that is happening, I need to finalize my tiles and fixtures and all of that. And that part was so much harder than I thought. So as I said, I had a full-on vision of what my bathroom was supposed to look like. I needed white marble tiles. Now, some marble tiles come with gray, some come with browns. I've even seen some with gold. Like, I've seen them all. Some marblings are like a huge, just long strip of marble running through. Some of them are smaller, softer marbles. I know all of this because I've seen them all, because I had to pick the one that I wanted. And in seeing all of the ones that I just spoke about, me know never them one them me want. So we went to Active, we went to Creative, which I told you guys was where we got most of our tiles for the house in the kitchen reno, because they had lots of stuff, but they did not have the specific marbling detail that I was looking for. And they had a lot of marble selection, but it just, none of them screamed my bathroom. You know, they were like, not a bad, not a bad. So I went across the road on that day for some reason, because we didn't even plan to go here. So we went to Tools Hardware and I saw that they had a tiling section, and literally the first marble tile that I see, I go, I eat this. This is what I've been looking for all my life. This is what I wanted. This is the tile for the bathroom that I have envisioned in my mind. It is it. And in true renovation fashion, it did dear. It was so expensive because they were giant tiles. They weren't like standard tiles. They were huge. But luckily, because it was huge, it took up more space, which means I needed less. So when I worked out the math, it still had me within the budget of what I had for buying tiles.
So I ended up finding the floor tiles for my bathroom. So I never got what I really wanted. I really wanted like a hexagon like that, like what my mom got, but something super darker. But I ended up going with like a pebble rock stone look, because I feel like it would have been a nice contrast to like the super shiny marble look that was there. So hopefully it comes out true to vision. It's gray toned, and my vanity will end up being this color ultimately, so I think it might just tie everything together and look nice.
So now it's time for me to find my black fixtures, and the fixtures had to be black. It just only made sense. I needed it to be black. Now, I didn't know that getting black fixtures in Jamaica was finding a unicorn or a needle in a haystack, because truth is I was tired and my options were few, and I needed a specific type of shower head because I wanted the ones that were external, so you had all of that piping on the outside so that you could play up on the white marble with that contrast of the black. So I could not find any of those in Jamaica that were black. And if I wanted to get a black one, I had to special order it, which would have taken 3 months at least. Then I would have to pay customs to clear it, and it was just a headache. It was a headache. And in the few black fixtures that I did find, they just weren't nice, and they were so expensive. Like, you would see the same fixture in chrome and it would be like maybe 10 grand, and then the same exact fixture in matte black would have been $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 more. It was just ridiculous how much more black fixtures cost. So I was like, wow, I'm gonna have to give up on my dream of black fixtures. And I thought to myself, no, I'm gonna hate the bathroom. I can't. I have to find a way. I have to make it work. So I go online and I find the nicest black shower head, handle, faucet, all of that. And I go, yes, I'm ordering it. I'm gonna bring it in. I spoke to my friend that had a shipping company, and we worked out how much it would cost so I wasn't blown away by the pricing when it did come. And I said, you know, this is gonna take me over budget. I'm gonna have to take this from my personal finances and not just from the rent budget, but it's gonna be worth it. So I ordered the black fixtures online and I shipped them in. And I'm like, wow, you know, it cost me more than it should have, but it's coming together. I'm gonna get the bathroom of my dreams. Or so I thought. So the bathroom is tiled now, and it is time for the things to go in. So the carpenter comes with the storage cabinet for the sink and puts that in first. So he puts it in and he goes, somehow this doesn't look right. And I'm like, what do you mean doesn't look right? So when he measures the space that's left after he puts in the actual sink and storage, it is so much smaller than what it was supposed to be that it couldn't even be a makeup stand anymore. So it's not even so much that he lost like a few inches, like we lost maybe like a whole feet and some. And so the space that was left, like nobody could have done makeup there unless you were a toddler. It was that small. So he measures back the vanity that he made to see if he made it the right size, and it measures back the shower that is already built and tiled to see if that was the right size, and it was over. So your girl has nowhere to do her makeup. There's no makeup stand in the bathroom because there's just no space to accommodate it. So now that I'm not gonna get a bathroom stand in my bathroom, that throws off my lighting, because I had done my wall, my over the sink light to the right of the room because the sink was gonna be over here and then the makeup stand like in the middle. So now I have my makeup, my whole thing just right here, and the light is over in the corner, and it just don't make no sense. So everything is thrown off at this point. So I built a bridge over not getting a bathroom, a makeup stand in my bathroom, and now it's time for the fixtures to go in. I bought the wrong type of fixture. So remember I was telling you guys that I wanted one of those fixtures where the entire piping was on the outside so it could be a statement piece on the wall. I thought that's what I got. Turns out it's not what I got. So I spent, call it $300 on this vanity, because that's $300 when I pay to clear it and when I pay to buy it. $300 on this shower faucet for my bathroom that I could not use. Now, okay, fine, I can't use it, but what am I gonna use now? Because remember, I ended up buying it online because there was none in Jamaica. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to get my black fixtures, even though I just spent all this money on my black fixtures. But as luck would have it, my sister had a friend that was traveling and that was willing to actually bring it to Jamaica in her suitcase, and God bless her soul, because that thing will weigh at least 10 pounds. And so she brought it down for me. I got the right one this time, ran it by the plumber to make sure it was the right one, because that was my blunder. I should have asked the plumber if he did okay first before me did buy it, okay? Word to the wise. So now I get my sister's friend to bring down the new shower faucet, and I'm running through the parts to make sure I have everything, and there's a part missing. Turns out the part was left in the foreigns where it was coming from, and I was like, this is not real life. But the Lord was on my side. He knew I could not handle anything else. He knew my heart couldn't take nothing more, no more distress. And luckily, my sister's friend again knew somebody else that was coming though that could bring the parts. So now all of the parts are in Jamaica. Everything is right. I don't even go and mention how my vanity, the storage was the wrong shade of gray, because there's just too much negativity in this video at this point. But it was the wrong shade of gray, and I decided to let go and let God, because at this point I wasn't even getting what I wanted anyway. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm gonna get whatever this bathroom give me, because clearly I'm not in charge anymore. Now it's time for the final set of things, which is the enclosure for the shower and the countertops. Now, for my countertops, I use scrap quartz. And scrap quartz here, I mean scraps from my kitchen countertops. So when you buy the slab, you have to buy like it in, you have to buy a whole slab, right? I thought it was specific measurement. So you have to buy a whole slab. So when people buy slabs and they cut off what they need to, the warehouse will have just like those little pieces left back, and you can buy those. Now luckily I had those left over from my kitchen, so I didn't have to buy any additional ones. And so I ended up using the scraps from my kitchen for my bathroom countertop, which turned out great because those are marble too, and it had that nice little gray. It just worked out. It worked out. Now for my glass enclosure, it had to be glass. I never want to show a curtain. Never want nothing like that. Past that. Now watch no more show a curtain for my life. Yeah. So I wanted a glass enclosure, but I didn't want the sliding one. I wanted a pull door. Now because I didn't want a sliding one, of course the pull door was out of budget. So I had to take money from my personal account outside of the regular reno budget to get me a pull door. So because I wanted a pull door, then it needed hinges, it needed a handle, all of those. And those things came with the sliding door package, but not with the pull door. So I had to buy black hinges, matte black, that I had to purchase at a separate store because the place that we're buying the glass enclosure didn't have any black hinges, and of course I had to have black. And then I had bought a square shower head the first time, and so I wanted all of the different things to be square. So the hinges had to be square, the handle, I didn't want it to be a curved handle, it had to be a square handle, all of that jazz, which turned out to be a complete waste of time because I had to spend extra for it to be square. Was a complete waste of money because the second shower faucet that I actually got and actually used was round. So there was no point in killing up myself to have a square. But I was that in tune with my vision, like everything had to be square. It was perfect. So the shower enclosure is in, the sink, everything is done basically. All the work that the plumber is supposed to do. So now it's time for the ChantayLainey touch, the finishing touches, the personalization. So I wanted to do a lot more with my finishing touches since I had to compromise so much on all the other elements of my bathroom. Even though I really didn't, I just ended up spending more money than I should have. But because so many things went wrong, I wanted to make sure that all of the additives that I put on just made the bathroom feel like the vision I had in my head, so I could just go in there and feel relaxed and calm and, you know, vibes, just good vibes. So I wanted a huge mirror in the bathroom because I'm just gonna have to do my bathroom over the sink, my makeup over the sink now. So I need a mirror that can let me do my makeup well. So I wanted a mirror with a thin black frame So just tie everything in together. But because the mirror was so big, it couldn't use a thin frame because it would have dropped down and mash up, because the frame is what supports it. So I had to get a bigger frame than I wanted, and I worked out the size and all of that, and then me and my uncle put that up. So to get the mirror, I had to go to the hardware store and buy the mirror at the size. Then I had to take it to the man that was making the frame, who did an excellent job, by the way, to make the frame. Take the mirror to him to make the frame, and then collect it back from him. And then he didn't do installations, so I had to get my uncle to come and install the the mirror. And I wanted there to be greenery in the bathroom, so I wanted like plants, but obviously not real plants, because that's too much work in a bathroom with just one little tiny window. So I got succulents, and I bought like a wall planter hanger, and I decorated it myself. I bought the succulents and I decorated it myself, put in the stones, had my uncle do all of the wall work to get it hung up, and I think everything just turned out nicely. I wanted a nice little tray for the bathroom countertop, you know, for aesthetics. And I got it, and I think everything just worked out and turned out nicely. Still not 100% what I wanted it to be, but the bathroom just feels a little bit like luxury, I can't lie. To me it does. It cost for me to renovate my bathroom, because when I did put up my kitchen wall, a lot of you guys were asking about pricing. So my bathroom, I think, costed maybe around 500,000. But remember that I built my bathroom from Jamaican dollars for all the foreign watchers here. But remember that I built my bathroom from scratch. My bathroom is a lot larger than the typical bathroom, and the most expensive thing was the tiles, which I did splurge on. And I use a lot more than the average person, because I did do tiles from floor to ceiling. I forgot to mention that before, like I had to have the tiles to the ceiling. It was a must have for me. But I think you could do like a regular bathroom renovation and still turn out nicely for far less than that, maybe even half that price. But because your girl had a vision, and with all of the blunders with the shower and all of that, it turned out to be around 500,000. And because I did use quartz as my countertop, and I had my cabinet built from scratch with real wood, you know, you do have a lot of prefab ones that you could buy from the stores, but I didn't want any of those, because I wanted something that was gonna last, and those tend to not have a long shelf life, and I want things where I go work and stay in the place for long. So I did splurge on some of the items, and I had to buy everything. I had to buy a brand new toilet, I had to buy a brand new sink, I had I don't know what else people have in bathrooms. Everything I had to buy, because it was a brand new build bathroom. So that's how much it cost, because I know y'all gonna ask. So you guys have seen my bathroom. What do you guys think? I did a good job, right? Stop telling lie. It look good, don't. Even my planters that I decorated myself, I thought turned out so cute. I was a major fan of the succulents. I actually want to add more to it, you know, like some hanging one, so it kind of have a vibe. But you know, I think my bathroom turned out great considering all of the hiccups. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I think what I did get was pretty nice. I can't lie, it was pretty nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. I will be making more reno videos for tips and all of that, because that's something that I did promise you guys, so you can look out for that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!